Are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Packers. A great effort there, 85 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Palmer now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Palmer. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, The play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there. So
what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. On play action, now Rodgers. It's caught, Nelson. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 66 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play clock winding down. Palmer now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got some space here. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call. and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg. Palmer into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. To throw, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover.
To take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They go to Johnson again. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Johnson on the counter. And some space here. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. So after the interception, here's Palmer. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now it's Palmer. Got a man. It's Brown. Palmer to Brown, and the Cardinals move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. On second down, Palmer. And that'll be caught by Gresham for a Cardinal touchdown. Jermaine Gresham from 3 yards out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point try now for Dawson. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, it's Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And it's a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 30 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's complete to the tight end, Bennett. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 51 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
31 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Here comes the D swarming to the line. And now it's second and goal. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal.
319! 319!
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Palmer now. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. More from the desert after this. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Palmer. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quick.
Packers bring pressure, and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Palmer will throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. Caught, right side, Gresham. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On third down, Johnson. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards, eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking to throw on second down. Palmer. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Palmer. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Brandon Williams. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Palmer gives to Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Red zone opportunity. Throwing now. Palmer on 1st down. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Lets it go for Nelson. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And Palmer gives to Johnson. He spins free. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Gives to Johnson on the draw. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, this from 34. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And they try to sweep to Jones. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, It's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game is really tough.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Again, it's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now it's Palmer. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now the Packers get set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Packers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. And they'll indeed take a knee. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it with Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So still 7 yards to go here on 3rd down. It's 3rd and goal. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Packers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On the give, this is their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff. Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Play action. Now Palmer. There's the right side here. Complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second and goal, but still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing that they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Arizona, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.